Enroll right now at TavishTalks.com. That's TavishTalks.com.
Yeah, this is
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
I want someone emotionally intelligent is almost never a request for someone who can actually see you. It's a request for someone who can see but lets you keep performing. There's this study where researchers gave people a choice between getting accurate feedback about themselves or flattering feedback. Overwhelming majority chose the flattering version, even the ones who said beforehand that they wanted the truth. Your brain does the same thing in relationships. You screen for perception, then the moment that perception turns toward your patterns, it stops feeling like insight and starts feeling like interrogation. You said you wanted someone who gets it, someone who sees through the. Then they saw yours. They noticed you try to control when you're wrong. They clock that your version of honesty only runs in one direction. They named something you do, calmly, accurately, and your whole body decided they were the enemy. The exact trait you screened for is now the problem, because it was never supposed to be pointed at you. You wanted perception with a blind spot. You wanted emotional intelligence with an exception. That exception was you. You're not really looking for someone who sees you. More like someone who sees everything except the parts you keep trying to bury.
Is that Dog Man? Man, what is that? Lenny? Yeah, Dog Man is always cooking. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second hour of the VOR, the Voice of Reason, live on KBLA Talk 1580. We're on complete fire. Tonight's topic is crazy. And listen, he does it all the time. Why does Leroy call in and wait for a couple of minutes and then hang up? You know I love you, Leroy. I know you was going to come in here with that Emerald Lagasse seasoning and you was going to cook. You was going to first give me a backhanded compliment. You was going to first reprimand me and then go, oh, but now I know where you coming from. I know how you might have sang. Anything could have happened when Leroy get on the phone. But when I tell you Leroy, I would say 70% of the time calls, hangs up, and then potentially calls back. Leroy, get back on the line because tonight's topic needs you. The real breakup isn't with them. It's with who you've always been. And we're giving great examples of this tonight. We got callers on the line. I want to run through them real quick. Let's get her in here. Breakups, right? Breakups. Do they invite an identity death? Let's ask Valerie from Los Angeles. Valerie, please finish sharing your thoughts.
Yes, well, and with the fourth love, it was fun. And with the situationship, he had a PhD in philosophy and carried a pistol.
Oh, come on.
That was everything.
Uh-huh. A gangster philosopher. I love it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But with each relationship, for me, it wasn't what I was going to get out of them. I went in with, who will I be here? So when the relationship ended, I was just that much more.
Mm-hmm.
I was the nurturer in my marriage. With the next relationship, I was the nurturer and the spiritually awakened sensual being.
Mm-hmm.
That got amplified in the next relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of those things got amplified and fun got added in with the next one.
But
So
as
there
you
was
became,
no depth for me.
I have a quick question. As you became different things for different relationships, did the things that you were in the previous relationship cease to be, or they just didn't have a prominent role in the new relationship? Talk to me.
No, I'm always me.
Got it.
I take me everywhere. So anyone I'm dating, you come in my house, I'm watching your feet.
Well,
I watch my children's feet because my home is sacred. So that's the nurturer. There's going to be some fun.
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on, Valerie. You gonna wash the feet?
Yeah.
So do you use oils and?
I use whatever is required.
Hey, hold on. Precious said, I'm going to Val's house.
That's right. It doesn't matter who you are. Just people will be wise.
Come on. Needless to say, Valerie, your house sounds very inviting. Will there be food? Like, we finna have a whole... do you do charcuterie boards?
Oh,
like,
it's charcuterie
That's
boards.
what I'm saying. It's getting crazy right now.
Okay, I can manufacture the board and fill it.
Come on. I like them olives. What's that? Tapenade. Yeah, we get a little tapenade. Oh, I'm sorry. I digress. Finish, though, Valerie. Please finish your thought.
I just think it's about what we go into the relationship for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to love myself.
Trying?
And I love, because I'm never there. It's always a practice.
Can I give you a little cheat code?
Yes.
Just accept. You can't.
Yes, sir.
You can't fully love unless you fully accept. And you can't fully accept if you're judging.
Yes, thanks.
Right? So here, just take this into your spirit. A lot of times a journey is a process, right? And a process has, I made a few steps back. Oh, I'm doing better, right? There's an evaluation sometimes affixed to the process. But if you're on a journey and you take the evaluation out of it, you find that you just keep going. Do you see? If you put the evaluative piece on it, now you're keeping score as you're going. So when you recognize a setback, instead of just accepting the setback in the moment, this is where I am and it's okay that I'm here, and then you just keep moving, right? Forward or backward without judgment. You find that you're going to get to where you need to go. But what I'm saying is what exacerbates this process is the judgment we affix to it. So, you want to love? Accept. You want to accept? Disconnect judgment. Does that make sense? How does that resonate in your spirit?
It resonates very well in my spirit in that, for me, I'm aware of the fact that some days I don't love myself.
And that's
but
okay.
I accept that. That's the best I've got.
Yes.
But some days I love myself more than anything.
Right.
It's a process.
Right.
I'm not beating myself up about it.
Beautiful.
But I acknowledge the fact that I'm not there every day.
And that's okay.
I'm not.
Val, I love your calls. You know that? You make me feel good about what I do, child. Guess what you just did?
Oh, brought LA into the building.
Come on, Los Angeles is on the deck. If you want to put your city on the deck, all you got to do is call us, 1-800-920-1580. This is a national discussion. We want everybody to talk about it. Listen, one of our favorites is on the line, and we got time. I'm going to let her cook. You dig? I'm going to let her cook. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Deaconess Nikki from the SIP. Let me get out of your way for this food for thought.
Brother Zoe and the fam.
Hey, how are you?
I am well, sir.
Beautiful.
I kind of want to remind the family to think about something in the breakup with self. Sometimes I think we forget that environment is important. If internally you are working on your soil, but you do not remember to change your environment externally, you are continuing in that loop because the external generally wants the old you. It doesn't want a new you. It doesn't want you to change. It doesn't want you to grow. No, because that doesn't suit that environment. Think about it like plants. So when a plant gets pot bound, what does that mean? It's outgrown the pot. It needs a new environment to continue to grow. Well, the other night you all were talking about while driving and shooting, being at war with self.
Right. Yes.
Being pot bound is kind of like being at war with self. You continue to stay in the same environment, and I'm talking about people. Because, okay, if you're an addict, you can't hang around the same folks if you go to rehab when you come out. If you go to jail, you can't hang around the same people when you come out. If there's a habit or something you are trying to correct within, then you also have to look at without, meaning your environment, to stop, alter, limit, however that works for you. But you got to remember that the outward environment is fighting against that new you. It doesn't want you to toil up the thing you're trying to change. It doesn't want you to become a beautiful flowering plant. Because if you stay pot bound, what's going to happen is you're going to die. It's going to be a slow death, but your plant's going to die if it stays pot bound.
It sounds like, I'm listening to you. It sounds like a crustacean that can't molt.
Yes.
That's what I'm hearing. Like pot bound. I hear the metaphor and I'm like, wow, imagine if you couldn't molt and you're a lobster and you couldn't grow. You need to molt. And I think we have a spiritual kind of component where we resist the molting process in order to stay who we think we are while still hoping for something different. Go ahead. Yes.
And if that external pressure is holding you in that same size pot. Okay, in the springtime, you have to prune. Every season is coming the same. Well, why do you do that? Because you're going to get a healthier, stronger plant. Okay, if you are growing hydrangeas and change the acidity, you're going to get a different color hydrangea. But depending on what's around that hydrangea, there are some plants that'll choke it out. Poison ivy is a good example.
Keep going. I'm listening.
It doesn't want you to clean out around the ivy because you create a great environment for the ivy to grow. Well, I think we forget in our spiritual progress that environment is important. If you are trying to call in the change internally, you have to root out something internally to make room for the thing you're trying to get in.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Keep going.
In the breakup with self, there maybe not a death, but sometimes something must void for there to be an opening for the new me. And if we don't consider environment, which is hard because that sometimes means, listen, the next level you're going to, one of the friends you have now can't go to that level with you.
They can't molt.
No.
Right.
They do not have a skin for the next location. Okay?
They do not have a skin for the next location. Lord.
No. So if maybe they have a hard shell, but the next place you're going isn't conducive to a hard shell. So, okay, maybe you're trying to do something professionally and your friends are a little bit rough around the edges. So maybe they can't go in that room with you. Okay, our relationship growth is the same way. I have to break up to that with person, part of me that is me attracted or attached, or that person is attached to that part of me to go to the next phase. Environment is important, and I think sometimes we don't see the trees for the forest.
Come on.
Because we don't think about it that way, especially when we're trying to grow and we're trying to change. And I'm telling you, your environment will fight you. It doesn't want you to leave. It wants you to stay right here, do exactly what you've been doing, and that's it.
I love it, Nikki. I love it, Nikki. Hey, Nikki, guess what you just did, sweetheart?
I brought the sip in the building. I love everybody. Have a good weekend.
Come on. Thank you. Listen, if you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call us at 1-800-920-1580. Listen, we are cooking. The real breakup isn't with them. It's with who you've always been. When we come forward, more from the VOR.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Imagine a Los Angeles where everyone can thrive, where communities have access to the resources they need to succeed. That's the vision of Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. They're dedicated to improving life in LA County by providing educational support, employment assistance, and spaces for community engagement. By 2050, they want LA to be the best place to connect, create, learn, live, and play. They're working toward an education system that's well-resourced and culturally responsive, becoming a hub for artists and innovators, and making sure everyone has access to healthy food, quality healthcare, and safe housing. It's about building a future where we all have the chance to succeed. We invite you to learn more about their mission and get involved with Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
What's up? What's up?
What's up? We got to laugh the pain away.
Hey, KBLA delegation, happy Black History Month. Around here, we celebrate our culture, our community, and our contributions daily. But this year, as we observe the 100th anniversary of Black History Month celebrations, we're excited about our annual KBLA Talk 1580 Black History Month Luncheon, honoring comedy greats. On Thursday, February 26th at the Grammy Museum in downtown LA, we're toasting D.L. Hughley, Melanie Camacho, Earthquake, Munell, Dion Cole, and Martin Lawrence with a surprise guest appearance. A limited number of individual tickets for the luncheon remain. So now would be a good time to head to KBLA1580.com to secure one for yourself. That's KBLA1580.com. A little laughter goes a long way, especially in times like these. So come, join us for our annual KBLA Talk 1580 Black History Month luncheon, Thursday, February 26th at the Grammy Museum. Again, tickets are available right now at KBLA1580.com.
Well, I hang around my boy. He been married for 6 years. Videotaped his wedding day, never watched it. Now and every day he watch it every day, but he watch it in reverse. Because he said he loves seeing himself take that ring back off of that finger. Walking back down that aisle, just waving at her ugly mother down the church. Getting back in the limo back at the bachelor party. Look how happy I was.
KBLA Talk 1580 thanks LA City Council members Curran D. Price Jr. and Heather Hutt for being the presenting sponsors at this year's Black History Month luncheon. Honoring excellence, resilience, and achievement, we're KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA.
Who you a fool for this? Who you a fool for this? Gang. Let her cook. Let me cook. Never gave it. I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them. We ain't never making up. Back for everything I ever lost. I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth. We in the kitchen. Let her cook. Big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bow. Oh God. Let her cook. All this sauce I'm trying. Let me cook. Big low come through shut down. I'm bringing.
Hey, that's dedicated to Nikki from the SIP and Valerie from Los Angeles. They came in and they cooked. Hey, started over from the top. That's from my girls. They came in and they did that thing. Let's get it one more time.
Gang. Let her cook. Let me cook. Never gave it. I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them. We ain't never making up. Back for everything I ever lost. I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth. We in the kitchen.
None of us are going to be free of the experience of loss, but if we can perhaps reframe it in a way that it's inevitable, unavoidable, and an intrinsic part of life, not just as a way of helping us recognize what's really profoundly important to us, but also, I think, on the flip side, to reinforce the beauty of being alive, right? The preciousness of life, because so often we take things for granted. And when you do go through, typically later in life, hopefully, the loss of friends, the loss of parents, the loss of loved ones, it can be a reminder of like, oh, the fragility of being here. And maybe it's an invitation to live a little more fully, love a little deeper, you know.
Yeah.
Who is that? Who is that, Andy? This your role now, Andy, on the show. Peter Crone, he's on fire. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the VOR, the voice of reason. Zoe Williams is up in the building. And our brother is back online. We might as well get to him right now. Get out of his way and let him cook. You underdig? My brother, your brother, City of Champions, Inglewood, California. You already know what it is. Brother Leroy, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Greetings. Can you hear me clearly, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, wonderful show. You know, when I heard Valerie's name come up at 7:57, I said, get out the way, Negro. It's about the show, not about you. And you know, Valerie be having the rich stories. You know, that 7-layer pound cake, the brown sugar pound cake, the lemon jello with the little icing draped on the top with the gooey, goody, sweet stuff after church. You know, Valerie be having the rich stories.
Yes,
then
sir.
Nikki from the SIP came right after it. I'm like, damn. Why are we doing good? But you got rid of it so fast. I thought you was going to go in on them 4 husbands or husbands. I thought niggas was gonna go a little longer. You know, I was just sitting back with my popcorn, just waiting for more. I'm serious, man. It's certain callers and certain women, especially, whose lives read like movies over the air.
Yes.
And it's an honor to that this space is set up by you for them to share and help us heal. So I just want to say thank you on that note.
Oh man, you're welcome, brother. Now your thoughts.
Oh no, it's real. You know, hey, the love is real. You know, on Monday,
mm-hmm.
you pulled the homie the clown sock out on men who cheerlead public pummeling and piling on of women, specifically black men who cheerlead that type of behavior.
Right.
You pulled the sock out and bop folks.
Right.
Then the next day you came out and you said, "What do you do when She-Hulkamania runs wild on you?" And people tried to answer the question like the woman wasn't already swinging or cutting up or acting a fool. Mm-hmm. They wanted to answer the question like, you know, you did something wrong. You know what I mean? like the man, and you graduated the conversation. I told you I was hypercritical on the front end, but fortunately I kept listening, mm-hmm. and I saw you weren't really talking about physical violence mm-hmm. as much as self-mastery. Mm-hmm. So, okay. Then yesterday,
yes,
you got all ontological.
Yes.
With Precious.
Yes.
If God is the all, if your concept of God is the all, why do we identify with lack? If God is all powerful, why do you see yourself as impotent? If God is all knowing, why do you identify with ignorance? If God is all present, why do you see yourself as not being able to have enough time to do everything you're supposed to do? And you didn't phrase it that way, but you are highlighting that most of us have a concept of God where we do not see ourselves inside of God with God inside of us simultaneously, and therefore we approach things from the very beginning wrong. Am I wrong or right about that assessment?
Leroy, stay right there. Don't go nowhere, because your summary right now, the week summary is crazy. I can't wait till he gets to today's topic. When we come forward, we going back to Inglewood, California. Leroy's cooking.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Illinois Attorney General Kwame Raoul is suing the Trump administration over more than $600 million in public health grant cuts.
These cuts would have a devastating impact on basic public health infrastructure in Illinois.
Raoul says the funding is critical for tracking disease outbreaks and maintaining public health systems. The California Attorney General's office has launched a civil rights investigation into the response to the deadly Eaton fire. The probe will examine whether race, age, or disability discrimination contributed to evacuation delays in West Altadena, a historically black community where most of the 19 deaths occurred. And residents in Springfield, Ohio remain on edge after a third straight day of bomb threats. Officials say at least 2 churches, including St. John Missionary Baptist Church, the site of a rally in support of Haitian immigrants last week, received threats. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Think It Up is an initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join at thinkitup.org.
Check it out. After nearly 40 years of conversations with presidents, poets, and cultural icons, I have learned that the difference between a good conversation and an unforgettable one is not what you say, it is how you listen. Most people listen to respond. I learned to listen to learn and follow. When you master this, something remarkable happens. People just open up. They leave the conversation feeling truly heard, and they never forget you. Hi, I'm Tavis Smiley, and for the first time in my life, I'm teaching everything I have learned. The Art of Conversation, a 4-week masterclass for podcasters, leaders, and professionals who understand that the ability to connect is their greatest competitive advantage. Our founding cohort starts Monday, February the 16th, and only a limited number of seats remain. Enroll right now at TavisTalks.com. That's TavisTalks.com.
Yeah, this is all good.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
My son loves to fly kites, but my active psoriatic arthritis can sometimes hold me back. Now with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, I'm ready to go. Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults, helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. Let's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
began on the night of January 7th, although areas east of Lake got evacuation orders the same night, just after 7 p.m. Most of West Altadena did not receive an evacuation alert until 3:30 a.m. the following day.
We are standing in the gap for those who are victims of this crisis, but we're together and we're Altadena strong.
Growth rarely announces itself as freedom first. It usually arrives as pressure, a tightening, a sense that life has become harder to move through, even though you're doing everything right. Things that once flowed now resist you. Ease disappears, effort increases. Emotionally, it can feel like frustration, fatigue, or a constant low-grade tension that won't resolve. This isn't because you're failing. It's because you're outgrowing the container you're still in. There is a psychological tension that forms between who you were structured to be and who you're becoming. That tension creates friction, and friction is not punishment. It's how movement begins. Before freedom appears, pressure has to build. You're not being blocked, you're being pushed. This is why the moment right before major change often feels worse, not better. Staying starts to hurt in ways it never did before. What once felt stable now feels draining. Environments that used to hold you begin to exhaust you. Conversations feel heavier. Expectations feel restrictive. Even success can start to feel suffocating. This is the moment when endurance stops being noble and starts being harmful. The mind often tries to frame this as weakness. I should be able to handle this. But something deeper knows the truth.
Gosh, who was that? Silas. Yes. Solace. Oh, love it. Love it. He's cooking with the rarest grease. Yes, cooking with the rarest grease. On this show, we go deeper. Right? We have to. Because, listen, I'm guilty of it. I'm going to be honest. A little moment of transparency. When you don't know the seriousness of what relationships offer, the profundity of what relationships offer, the clarity of self, if you don't know the spiritual technology that relationship actually is, you tend to play with people. Gosh. You tend to play with people. And I done played with a lot of people, and I've been played with. That didn't sound right. My bad. But you know what I mean in context of what I'm saying. Yeah. You tend to fumble people. You tend to make mistakes, and those mistakes hurt. They hurt you, they hurt the other person. And then if you don't know that you have to be somebody different, you can't be the same person. You have to accept an identity death in order to stop the endless loop of dating the same person in a different skin. My brother Leroy, Inglewood, California, Inglewood's finest, was summarizing the week's show, and he was cooking. Talk to me, man.
Yeah, you know, that clip you just put on just reiterated what Nikki was saying about being in one container and being in needing another container, right, for the growth and whatnot, which is where I was going to land. But I think I touched on the third night with the ontological and the nature of God and God in me and me and God and all that being not in conflict, properly understood. right? And today, you were asking what you just said, about dating the same person while not breaking up with self. To that I answer, habit is stronger than knowledge.
Ooh, yes. Go ahead.
And most time the habit been there longer than the knowledge too. So it had a longer time to set in. And if I've gotten addicted to some things, whether I'm aware of it or not, it's difficult for me not to come running back to the same thing that I'm supposed to have left. I'm guilty. LL Cool J was alone in his room, staring at the wall. In the back of his mind, his conscience called, telling him he needed a girl who's as sweet as a dove. And then he said, for the first time in his life, he knew he needed love. Come on. And he started playing. Remember the hearts that he played with, but he ain't saying no names.
Right.
Right, Zoe? He ain't saying no names.
I ain't saying no names.
Right.
Yeah.
And they ain't saying no names. Right. But I played with many hearts.
Yeah.
Right. And I got my heart played with.
Yeah.
Right. And then somebody comes and said, I'm so tired of balling. It's too many B's on my D. And you never heard a player say that ish.
Ooh. Come on, bro.
So I'm just going to skip past that and go to the ontological part again. One of the oldest symbols of Christ, KRST, is a butterfly, and adjacent to it is a scarab beetle. The scarab beetle represents transformation from death to life, where light comes from darkness, and then the terrestrial goes to the celestial. The butterfly, I'm not sure which one came first, the butterfly or the scarab in terms of the symbolism of Christ, but the butterfly begins as a caterpillar.
The whole chrysalis process, yes.
That's right. Goes into the cocoon or the mummy.
Transformation.
And then, and then comes out as the butterfly, right? Terrestrial to celestial. And then, of course, on the earth plane, we do public baptism, where you dip the person from one life. They take a pledge, oath, right? And then they get dipped into the water, the depths. Then they're supposed to come out the new creature, right? And if you are truly Christ-like, then you get a fire or a bird or a mounting spiritual comes on you, and then there's some type of evidence for that. And then people know then that you are changed, right? You have been transformed.
Wait a minute,
right?
Brother. Wait a minute. You blowing my mind. Because I know I've studied all it, and I'm hip, but
yes.
But you've just opened up another can of whoop tail. Because here it is. Are you telling me most people want the rebirth without the death?
I want, in the words of Matt King Carter, I want hallelujah without hell and Hosanna.
Come on.
I want my hallelujah moment. I want my celebration moment. Come on, Nikki. Come on, Valerie. I want my celebration moment. I want that music you be playing. Praise. I want praise break music all my life, but I don't want to put in no work. I don't want no work. You know what I mean? I don't want to put in the work. I just want to just praise all day. I want praise all day. Worship all day. Praise and worship. Praise and worship. But I ain't going to do no reading, no research, and no study. Right. No knowledge of self.
Right.
I'm going to skip over my people perish for a lack of knowledge. Where there's no vision, the people perish. Those who deny the knowledge curse the third and fourth generation. I'm going to skip over all that. Blind lead the blind, they all fall to this. I'm going to skip over all of that and just go straight to praise and worship.
Right.
Okay? And I want to live in praise and worship. I want to live in the bed. I want to lay in the bed. I want to crawl up in the bottle. I want to smoke my stuff. I want to just have fun in my relationship all the time. I don't never want to deal with the work, the responsibility part. That's the real part of what love truly is. You know, it's Music Soul Child's video standing next to the person in the wheelchair. It's New Edition's video when he closes the door and they go to practicing without him in there. And then you see that practice transforms itself on stage. What's the movie with Jesus Shuttlesworth? He had to put in all that work in order to get to the point. Yeah, he got game, right? And so it's the love part is the work.
Right.
And then it manifests later on as the butterfly or the scarab or the bright shining thing on stage or the ring on the finger or the baby in the arm or the 25-year anniversary of the right, or the great memories of Valerie with the different loves in different segments of her life, right? Or Nikki, when Nikki acknowledges the hurt and the pain that comes from growth, and how sometimes you have to change your environment and realize that everybody, you have to shed, not only shed skin, but you got to shed certain people that realize they can't come up the mountain with you where you're going. They can't come to the next level.
Hold on, brother. You stay right there. Don't go nowhere. They can't go up the mountain with you. Moses is going to get the plates. You got to stay down there. Just stay right there. Don't go nowhere. When we come forward, me and Leroy gonna land this plane.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Yo, it's Zoe Williams, the VOR, and I know you're tired of pretty gems with pretty lies, where people seem to scroll more than they sweat. Well, it's time to level up. Welcome to Huff and Puff, where excuses die and champions rise. Smack dab at 1221 North La Brea on the corner of Fairview. This ain't a photo shoot, it's a battleground. Certified achievers in the game. Trainers who grind with you, not post pictures beside you. Whether you're chasing your next personal record or just trying to outrun your past, this is your sanctuary of sweat. No mirrors, no filters, no fluff, just pain, passion, and purpose. Stop talking, start training, huff hard, puff loud, be legendary. Where folks go to war with their weaknesses. Huff and Puff.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you, when we fight, we win. The Youth Justice Coalition is challenging America's addiction to incarceration and discrimination. YJC works to dismantle policies leading to mass incarceration, law enforcement violence, and the school-to-prison pipeline. Their approach, transformative justice, community intervention, free LA high school, legal defense, and system monitoring. YJC promotes safety without relying on prisons. Their goal, prevent system contact and help people exit the system through direct action, advocacy, and education. Want to get involved or need help? Call 323-235-4243. That's 323-235-4243. Join YJC in creating change. When we fight, we win. KBLA Talk 1580, your voice for justice. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
It's the label. There was a lot of great things that happened. Our kids were born, raised in that house, and ultimately when this fire started, I was even more moved and more compelled to do something because Altadena is our community. Even though we're neighboring, I will always have a special place for Altadena because it was our first home. And to this day, I still feel that a lot of our history as a family was created there.
anyway, I wanted to stop by here because I just finished writing a post and I wanted to bring it up to everybody's attention because it had happened to me. We repeat what we don't repair. So it's like if our brain has these patterns that we save. So when we have a situation that reminds us or bring back another situation, hey guys, another situation that we have lived in the past, we go to a default way of handling that situation. And we keep repeating the same patterns. And like crazy people, we think that this time is going to work different or it's going to be different or we're going to feel different. So,
Andy, who is that? Claudia Noriega. She out here cooking. I love it, but she's telling the truth. Leroy, get in here from Inglewood, brother. Land your plane, good brother.
Land the plane. Let me get off quick. First of all, thank you. Let me just say, we are blessed when we are willing to embrace the pain that comes with growth. And that's only a select percentage of the population that's willing to do that in relationships with men and women. It's easier to do it with a child. It's easier to do it sometimes with your job or your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, and whatnot. It's very difficult to do it with someone you're engaged with sexually, men and women, because you have to open up with a certain amount of vulnerability. I'll acknowledge I have blockages on my heart because I don't trust you.
Yeah.
That you will be as good with me as I'm willing to be with you.
Righteous.
Because when I open up, you stomp on my heart. And therefore I'm guarded. Because I know I want to be very loving. But I'm not going to be that fool over and over again.
Come on.
Which denies my access to the greatest love that can be experienced outside of my immediate self. Now, that being said, I want to thank Valerie for manifesting God through service and love. I want to thank Nikki for manifesting God through the truth that is related to growing pains. I want to thank Precious for manifesting God through love that sometimes hurts, but it also comes with a hug. And I want to thank you for manifesting God with a hellified DJ that can make this music sound so wonderful.
Right.
And another little woman from somewhere close to the Mexico who be coming up with these excellent topics so that people can stay on board with the healing process. And of course, Tavis Smiley for opening up these airwaves for conscious thought that promotes divine black self-love.
Man.
Thank you for manifesting God in us.
Thank you,
Emmanuel Zoe. Zomanuel.
Hey, brother, I appreciate it, man. Guess what you just did?
It's the City of Champions bringing divine energy into the building. Much love.
Love it, love it, love it. We appreciate the call, man. Hey, guess what? LA was in the house deep tonight, and I appreciate it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, the VOR is on fire. But I have a few questions. When a relationship collapses, which repeated behaviors resurface within weeks? And what payoff keeps you loyal to that familiar version of yourself? If you track your last 3 breakups, what pattern of tolerance did you maintain despite the escalating cost of keeping them? How often did you confuse intensity with intimacy? And what dependency did that confusion protect? When you call it chemistry, Which nervous system activation pattern actually drives your pursuit? What identity survives only when conflict erupts? And how does that identity recruit chaos as fuel? If shadow work demands behavioral alteration, what daily avoidance routine do you defend more fiercely than the relationship itself? One more time. If shadow work demands behavioral alteration, what daily self-avoidance routine do you defend more fiercely than the relationship itself? Listen, I start these conversations. I curate them. But really, the work to be done is yours and yours alone. I promise, as long as Tavis will have me, I will be here to disrupt those patterns. That's what I'm here for, to disrupt you. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. But I am not a friend of the ego your unhealed wounds made you. I'm here to confront them, teach you how to. But the work is all yours. This was a great week. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. And guess who will be back here next week with a whole new slew of slappers? The VOR. Love y'all. Deuces.